Alright, greetings ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my grounded world. This is day 200 something. I can't remember exactly what day it is in this specific save. And we're kind of doing a countdown now to the full release of Grounded, which is supposed to come out in September, I believe it was. And I'm basically creating this as a way to get myself to finish off this save before the full version comes out, as there's still some things I want to accomplish, and I'm afraid I won't do that if the full version comes out, because obviously once the full version comes out, I'll want to start a new game to experience it from the start all over again with the complete story and actually being able to achieve everything. So I figured for this one, just so anyone who might be watching is orientated and understands what's already been done and what's going on, uh, I've already completed all the main burgle chips. The part of the thing I want to do is I want to go and retrieve the remaining burgle chips that I may not have grabbed already. So any of the extras, I might have even already got them all already, but I didn't think I grabbed them all. I know I spent some time going around collecting all the bonus ones, but I'm pretty sure I had some left. Maybe I did finish picking them up. It's been a while since I've played. Alright, well, maybe I did already grab them. And if that's the case, then that's one less thing I've got to do or worry about. Yeah, no, I haven't. See, here you go. I didn't think I had them all. That wouldn't have made any sense. So I guess we'll go finish picking up any of those eventually. Otherwise, let's just start off here. So this is where I've lived since the start. I've always kind of lived on the baseball. Originally, I was on top of the baseball. I might have some uh, old footage of living up here that I can put. No audio, obviously, because I don't want to hear me talking in those. I just want to keep this narration going behind it. So I've lived here a really long time, and I think when the full version comes out, I'm gonna want to live somewhere else just to mix it up, because otherwise it's all too samey. But here, let's head inside. Another thing I need to do is I need to finish grinding all the crow feathers I need to finish the roof, because I was actually in the process of switching it out from uh, the clover roofing to be the crow feather roof, because I wanted the house to look nicer and more fancy. Obviously, I've already killed room other stuff, and I also want to spend some time, obviously, collecting the rest of these golden cards, or at least as many as I can. This isn't like a top priority, especially since some of the golden cards here are enemies that I still struggle to kill. I've only ever killed 2 wolf spiders that have been infected, and it's not very easy by myself. So maybe I'll be able to convince some of my friends to hop in and give me a hand with grinding some of those other golden cards, just so we can have more damage, more bodies to tank it. So maybe we'll see some of that in the future. Uh, the sickly roly-polies are all really easy. I can kill those all pretty easy. That just takes some time and grinding. But this is the main compound. That's what I refer to this as, the main compound. I've got all kinds of the basics here. I've got plenty of water. I've not only got these water catchers outside, but I've also got water catchers in here. These I was planning to have completely full of both soda and juice, but I never really got to that. I also want to finish getting the rest of the achievements. I only need 2 more. I'm not exactly sure what they are. I'll have to look. Uh, and I might put them on screen if I looked before and I edited them into the video. This here's the armory. I built a lot of this before the new update, so that's why there's also more of these ovens in the house, because the new cookery is just came out. It's not even like out. This is the public test branch that I'm on. I've already killed the brood mother and the termite king and stuff, but obviously I'm gonna have to do some more killing of them, and a lot of that'll be cut out. It'll just be more cut out to highlights, since no one really wants to watch someone sit and fight the brood mother for hundreds of times. I also need to finish off back here and get the rest of the baseball covered in the back, and I want to extend the crops here because I was actually grinding to finish up this wall I was building, this kind of castle wall, I guess. And in case you're curious, the baseball I live on is the one that's connected straight to Kid's Cave. So anybody who would join this can literally this is kind of what it looks like, I guess, when you come out. You'll come up and there's just instantly a house. You can hardly even fit through here. I also want to build another pet house and get one of each of the pets. So I want an aphid, a weevil, and the new one is a gnat. I actually did have an aphid and a weevil, but they either died or lost interest in me or something. But apparently that's not supposed to happen anymore. They're not supposed to lose interest in you, which is nice. And the other problem was they kept walking through the walls. I used to have grass walls, and they kept being where they'll kind of like the spiders that you can trap underneath the oak tree that way. They'll just walk against the wall until they escape. So I also want to try and finish this path. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to follow through with it or not, because every time I get raided, any progress I make on the path kind of gets destroyed. My plan was to have like a walking path all the way there, and I used to actually have it way out here. It even covered this water and everything, and it even came all the way up to here, because I was going to make it go to the oak tree at the very least. But all that keeps getting destroyed, so I'll see whether or not I carry through with that. At least not, at least for now I won't while raids are on, because this is a regular save, not a custom save, so I can't even like, well, you can convert it now, but I read, when you go into here, I'll just pull it up in the, what is it, the game settings, yeah, if, where, maybe it's not here, I'd have to look into that more. I only ever really saw it on, patch notes and some videos where apparently it'll disable some achievements. I don't know if that means all achievements or what, but like I said, I only need 2 more achievements. So once we do that, maybe I'll disable raids just to get the world looking nicer, even if it's a less legitimate way to play the game, as it's intended for you to have to deal with raids. But let's head up here to the zip line. Some of these zip lines are fast, some of them are slow. If I have the time, this is less on the priority, as it's, you know, I can obviously in the videos just cut out zipline rides if they're going to be incredibly long. Hopefully they won't be too long. But I've got it going to a couple places. I'm going to talk about each one of them when we go there. So let's start off by heading to the oak tree, which I'm already pretty much done with everything over there that I want to. There's only one more real project I want to work on over there. And, well, actually I guess it's 2. But I consider one of them separate from the first one. So here we are. This is the second outlook. This is the oak tree outlook. Let me just head down the stairs here. This is kind of like a guest house, I guess. It's also like a place that when I'm out this way that I'll go. It's well defended. It's got all the necessity you need for upgrading, making glue, smoothies, obviously food, water. We're going to have to get a cookery in here now. Originally, when the oven was all of it, this was all the equipment that you'd need. I've got water out here, and it's right here. And this is actually a really good spot to build. And this floor pattern is actually really easy to do. It's just these half things. So if you're like me and you think this floor pattern looks great, that's really actually quite simple to build. So, alright. So the only other thing over here that is needing to be completed is what I've been calling the Royal Court. It was originally going to be a castle theme build I was building, but I built it too small, and then I kind of lost motivation to try and build a castle and ground it. I've seen a lot of really cool castles and stuff in videos, but I'm not sure if it's something I'm going to actually try to achieve in my own playthrough. Yeah, right down here. I also built this really ugly bridge. I don't plan on making it look nicer. Maybe when the full version comes out, I'll spend a little more time trying to make it look nice. And in the full version, I actually kind of want to try and build a base on this tree in some way. It'd be kind of cool to live up there. It's kind of a treehouse thing. But we'll see when the full version comes out. I'm not going to set anything in stone until then. But this is what I was calling the Royal Court. We need to just finish it up. It's pretty much done already. A couple wall bits are needed and all that, but it's exactly what it sounds like. It's going to be a basketball court. And when we finish this, I know one of the achievements I needed was the making a basket one. I'm not sure if there's any requirements for that other than making the basket. Maybe there might be a distance thing involved. I'll have to look. So that's that. And across the pond, I might build something. small. Again, that's not really a top priority across the pond. Uh, the upper yard, I'm in the upper yard, and we'll go to there later. I need to improve the base that's up there, like, a lot, because I actually don't spend a lot of time in the upper yard. I spend most of my time down here in the grasslands, especially since I already kind of got everything I needed, and then they changed the way you repair stuff, so I didn't even need to go up there anymore to get more bug parts to fix my roly-poly armor. There he is. There's the bad boy. Yeah. Another thing I hope they fix and change is there's two things. One, uh, when there's walls in the way, like, they'll just walk against them until they end up under them, because I actually had him trapped inside of it, and I've got plenty of footage of him, like, kind of walking against the wall. I don't know if I'll dig it up and use it, but I'm sure anyone who's ever blocked these off have seen the wolf spiders walking against these. Um, and I think it's kind of weird that they do that. It'd be cool. Like here, I could see the, like in our, because I had that one completely cut off. You can't even see it through it. I think it'd be neat if they'd either. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been having this build C is probably the most unstable public test branch I've ever played. Most of the time when I play these public test branches, it actually doesn't have too many issues, but they've done some updates and made Burgle walk around and stuff, and I think the first crash I experienced was actually when I was checking out Burgle, so I think we're just gonna try and avoid being that close for now. Yeah. So, let's head back to the main base. Alright, so we're back here at the main base. So next we're going to head over here to the Hedge, which is actually where I was originally planning on building my biggest base, because I have played this game before with friends, and we lived over there that way-ish. We were like about in the middle between the oak tree and the berry bush, because that's all we really knew about going through and exploring, because, well, that area was scary. It was full of a lot of infected, and you needed gas masks, and we all sucked a lot. We were really bad. And I think I'm the one who's put in the most hours now between me and all my friends. So, yeah, I might not even use some of this dialogue. It's such a slow ride. That's something I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to speed this up. Literally, this is one of the things I gotta change. This takes such a long time to ride here. I'm gonna have to build a zipline bit down low somewhere, because this is basically straight, and it is the slowest zipline that I have. Very slow. All my wolf spiders I had trapped are out again. Oh, I don't like that very much. It's not like wolf spiders are hard to deal with. When I can, I prefer to just avoid it. Because, especially in this where I'm trying to show things off, not partake in a lot of combat, I really kind of want to try and avoid it, because my goal isn't to fight anything right now. I'm just trying to get from point A to point B and show what I've done and all that, so that way we kind of have an idea of what we need to do moving forward, and then when we do all the creature gold card gathering, then I'll spend more time with fights and all that. So, and as I say that now, I gotta kill these guys, or else they're not gonna ever fuck off. There. Oh, man. And this is why I don't live here. Because it is constant. This is like one of my least favorite areas. I do like the way up there more. There's a lot of spiders, so if you need a bunch of spider chunks, this is a great place to go. But you can do that at the oak tree too. There's plenty of spiders at the oak tree, even if they're not orb weavers and are just wolf spiders. There's still enough of them up there that you don't really have to bother with coming down here really. And this first thing I built is actually complete. It's a base I built for my first playthrough when I first did this lab up here-ish. I can't remember exactly where it is. I just know it's up this way somewhere. It was my first time tackling it, and I was worried about how long it might take me to complete it, because I'd been up there before, and I knew those Orb Weaver Juniors were tough with the wrong armor, not knowing how to block right, and all that. So I built this pretty cozy cabin here.
Not bad.
Uh, and obviously I've came through and I've upgraded it to regular beds instead of uh, sleeping deals. And if you look, there's not even an oven in here. That's how early in the game I built this. These are like the bare bones. I don't even know if I have a grinder here. Yeah, no, there's not even a grinder here. But like I said, this base doesn't get much use anymore. It's nice, it's cute. It's kind of like I'm over here, and I'll still use it if I'm over here. But since now I got those zip lines, usually unless I'm actively doing something here, I actively need it to be uh, day to show off what I'm doing without the use of a torch or just being able to see for my own sanity's sake. I'll just usually ride the zip line back and sleep at my main base, which just kind of sucks. Zip lines really make everything easy, and I know a lot of people say, well, just don't use them, but it's just they're really cheap. They're like a lot cheaper than I expected them to be. I thought they'd be fairly expensive, but they ended up being pretty cheap to craft, and even the string isn't that big a deal. Even if you can't kill spiders, you can just break webs to get web, and I think you also get spider silk for breaking the what are they? The sacs spiders will lay with their young, their egg sacs. So the only other thing over here that needs to be completed was originally I was going to build a berry farm here. I was gonna try and put out a lot of grass platform, basically covering a large area, so that way I didn't have to shoot them from the ground. I could just be up here, and I could run across. If they were still out of reach, obviously I'd just shoot them down quick, and they'd land on this nice flat area, so I don't have to chase them down while they roll away. I could break them, bring them back to a central area where I'll have drying, and then there's gonna be grinders and all that, because this is actually a fairly new thing that I was going to work on. But now that they changed the way you upgrade armor, I don't really know what I'd need that much berry for anymore. I think there's some recipes, I guess, that call for berry. But aside from making those fancy chairs for decoration, I don't really even need that much berry anymore. The only reason I was going to build this was because I was going to try and max out all the armor types. I've got all level 9 here. I don't know if that's the max level anymore, or if they've changed what the max level is and things like that, but yeah, so that's fine, I guess. We might complete that just because I started it, but if we don't, it's not something I'm gonna care too much about. Why is everything seeming so bright? Oh, I guess it's just not late enough at night yet. I'm used to being in there at like night, and you can't see anything without using a torch, which really kind of sucks. So, all right. Well, anyways, we're back at the porch now. Uh, Again, not my favorite area to run through. Just running here. I heard a lot of sounds. I don't. What that? Oh yeah. Yeah. I might show this in the video. There was a weird bug where this armor stand wasn't updating its location. So this armor stand, I had it sat outside of that armory at my main base, and I decided to move it to somewhere else, and I clicked on it to change the armor, and the camera went to that spot. And I was really confused, so I picked it up and placed it again, hoping that fix it, and it still kept its old location. So I decided to see how far it would go, and I actually brought it I took it way over there to start with, and it went all the way there. And I thought it'd be even funnier if it showed all the way up here. And then I called it a security camera and put the rotten bee armor on it. Yeah. So then that was a security camera making sure no bad guys or so just a dumb inside joke for myself. But it looks like they fixed that now. It doesn't change where it zooms to, so I can no longer check on my base from way up there or wherever I chose to put that, which is good. That was definitely a bug that wasn't meant to be in the game. one massive change that I truly like, actually. This is a bit of a tangent. I guess everything in this video it's really disorganized because it is basically just talking. I don't have a script. They've changed the sleeping to have like a cool animation. And it's not just an animation that they like took, it's like not just a basic animation. If you built some massive thing at the oak tree, you'd be able to see it. It's really cool. When it's at the right angle, I can actually see my royal court sitting on the edge of the pond, and I really like that. So, we're gonna be able to sleep here soon. I guess I can refill my water here quick. Oh, put the torch away. And I know I could be using that canteen, that new one that came out at the same time as the charcoal torch, but I don't like it. Last time I used it, I don't even know where it is anymore. It's probably in one of these chests somewhere. Last time I used it, it just didn't, like, I only really scooped clean water from here, and I only built it because I heard it could hold more drops. I was like, that'd be handy, more drops, so when I'm out about building all that, I don't gotta worry about it. You already don't really have to worry about it with 4 drops, but, you know, more the merrier in my opinion. But when you scoop fresh water, it kills the durability too. And the default canteens, then the Canteen Plus, don't require repair. They don't need anything to fix it. So it's just, even if it holds 2 more drops or whatever it is, it might even be, I don't know, they might have buffed it and made it more. Maybe that was the buffed version. I don't find it worthwhile to use that canteen over this canteen. Even the convenience of being able to turn dirty water into clean water, it's not that hard. This is the animation I'm talking about, by the way, and you can't really see it here. You can slightly, but not enough to notice. Like I said, sometimes you can see some of the base stuff, and that's really neat, that it's not just a static cutscene, and it's actually one that's based in-game, so you can actually see progress you've made. Alright, and here we are at the string factory, which is actually not very far from my base. I wanted to put it at a decent distance so I'd have reason to travel to each of the biomes. And this was actually the biome I was having the hardest time coming up with a reason to come over here. Because I don't like this biome. It's got all the infected insects, a lot of explosives, all that. But the one thing I gotta accomplish here is I need to protect the rickety tower I built to get back and forth. And this is one of my favorite things, is just something stupid, and I don't think you should be able to build like this. So this isn't what I'm talking about, using this trick to literally, this is grass floor, half grass floor, stair, and then this stair can support, so this whole thing can be supported by basically nothing. This is what I'm talking about. This platform up here is supported by 3 ladders, all stacked on top of each other, not even rotated the right way. So to get on this ladder, you have to work your way around an edge here carefully. This is probably the poorest building I've ever done, and I build badly, as you guys seen just from the tower at main compound and how it's normal looking, and then for some reason goes off center. All of my towers do that because I don't plan them to be built like this. They're just built for zipline systems. I'm like, oh shoot, I should cover them up so insects can't raid them, and like just flat out easily get here and destroy this whole thing. That's why I build these things. This is one of the things I need to finish building though, is just to protect this, finish off the string factory, and that's about all I have planned for over here, at least in this. Maybe in the full version, I'll want to do more stuff here, and yeah, so we only have one more area to go. We just gotta check out that upper yard base I was talking about. And you'll see what I mean by how desperately it needs stuff, because I haven't touched it. Even when I was up there doing the termite hill and all that. Oh, and this is nice. You can actually just connect a zip line from here to that one, so you don't actually have to climb the picnic table every time. Because even though it's not hard to get up there, you gotta go all the way up, and then over, and then across the bank, back up, and then right back to the start just to zip line across. That takes a lot of, well, not a lot of time, but this is just convenient. I can zip line to here and then straight across. So we're gonna head back to base, and we're gonna make our way to the upper yard. Actually, you know what? We can make our way to the upper yard from here. we'll just do a cut to when we make it to the upper yard, because trust me, it's not going to be anything exciting till we get there. Alright, here we are. The ugliest base I have still. Yep, it looks like a day one base, because I built this to protect these stairs, and was like, you know, it'd probably be a good idea to have way to get food up here. So we built a spigot to cook food. It's not even a bed, it's just a tent. A tent to sleep in. Some barrels to store stuff because my inventory is getting full, and they're not even completed. And I built this because I didn't know how else to get in the upper yard at the time. All I needed to do was antlion armor my way through there, and I could have made it up there. I don't even know if you need it. I guess the only way I've ever gotten up here over there was by using antlion armor. That's all we gotta do over there, and then, yeah, I don't really plan on building anything this high up, because I don't really see the reasoning. I don't really need a base up here right now, and when the full version comes out, this world obviously probably not get a lot of playtime anymore, since I'll be mainly focusing all my energy into the new save. And this save will be more like, once I've completed that other save, I can jump back into this save and finish the file completely. You know, killing the new Mantis boss, getting the rest of the new gold cards, getting the actual end of the story, all that. But yeah, this up here is definitely something I need to work on. Actually build a base. Probably most of this will get gotten rid of, and in the end, it'll be basically something all new sitting here. All these walls will be torn down. I'll probably leave the stairs, and I want to incorporate them in the base somehow. Maybe it'd be even cool to have it so the base is like multi-story, so it's like the ground floor, and when you make it up to the second half, instead of just coming out into the open area, it's some more base. But I don't know yet. We'll see what I do. There you go. I trapped him up there. I don't know if I'll include getting him up there or not, but he's up there now. I doubt he'll stay up there forever. Eventually, he'll probably work his way off. I really wanted him to come down to the lower yard, but I guess that's okay. He can stay up there. He might have even made his way back onto the main platform. Right? Alright, so here we are, back at the main base. That's all I really wanted to show off for this. Obviously, just kind of talked, rambled a long time. Basically, the core of it is I want to get each of the new pets, add the cookeries, finish up all the old bases, old structures around, and if time permits, maybe even build a new one. And yeah, this is basically just a digital diary of just the making my way up to it. So that's all I got for this one. Thank you for watching episode 0 of my PTB stuff. Even though I'm so far into it, I want to thank anyone who took time to watch, and hope you all have a nice rest of your day. So, see ya.